Okay, welcome back to another episode of Are They Worth It? We're going to be talking about one of the most famous transfers, the Ronaldo to Juventus transfer, estimated about £100 million thereabout. Just to start off, I don't want to talk too much about Ronaldo's profile, his player profile. One thing we're just going to get into is his age, as in being 33 years old as of this video being created. I just want to talk about as well that Ronaldo did claim in one of his interviews that he does have a biological age of 23 years old. So, I mean, it just can't contradict his age obviously being older, with him saying that obviously he's playing 10 years younger than he actually is. He also believes that he can play into his 40s, which is another 7 years of playing time. Whether or not it's going to be at the same level, it's hard to tell. With it being in a different league, we'll have to see how that works out as well. Okay, so getting more into the actual price, I found that Ronaldo's actually signed a 4-year contract with an annual salary of around €30 million, and apparently in Italy that you have to pay the same amount of tax. The club will have to pay the same amount of tax of the actual wage, which makes the total cost of the transfer to about €340 million. So it's the €100 million transfer fee plus €240 million in salary and taxes, which is obviously quite a lot of money. So just getting into it with the shirts that were sold. As Cristiano Ronaldo just joins Juventus, the team sells €50 million worth of his shirts just in the first 24 hours of them going on sale, which is around 520,000 shirts. So just to put that into perspective, it's reported that the team sold only 850,000 shirts in the entirety of this 2016-17 season. So almost catching up to that in the first 24-hour match, showing obviously a massive impact on Ronaldo signing. And obviously with Ronaldo signing, going to a new country, going to a new league, also invites more sponsors, more different types of revenue coming in for Juventus and for himself. So he'd have to obviously go through the year, see how that progresses. We know that Ronaldo has got his own brand, his CR7 brand, that obviously might move over to one of the biggest fashion capitals of the world, Milan, not too far from Turin. We just have to see how that would progress in the next year, or obviously over the 4 years. So just moving on from the actual finances, obviously we need to talk about how Juve are going to do next season, how Juventus are actually going to perform compared to their previous seasons. So I did do a poll on my Twitter account, and it did show that most people did suggest that Juve might even win the UCL this season. I imagine they're still going to win the league. I think they're on 5 on the bounce at the moment. It's also suggested that it's definitely a bargain deal, the $100 million for arguably one of the best ever players in the world. He'll also be playing alongside Dybala. At the moment he's waiting because he hasn't left, maybe possibly in the future. Douglas Costa and many other big name players. We'll also have to see who Juventus also sign. I imagine they have plenty more money in the bank. We might be looking to obviously facilitate around Ronaldo also. So just looking at the statistics of Ronaldo's 2017-18 season for Real Madrid, it shows that he had 27 appearances, 26 goals in the league with 5 assists. It's averaging about 6.6 shots per game, averaging an 81.6 pass percentage accuracy, winning 1.3 aerials, winning 7 man of the matches and getting an average rating of 7.94. Also he's shown that this is his joint second least prolific scoring tally in La Liga so far, and obviously the only other one being the first season that he joined, I think it was in 2009. Obviously coming at the back end of that, Juventus would obviously be looking into it. I also do believe that the Serie A is less competitive than the La Liga, so obviously that would have to be taken into consideration. I think Juventus do dominate that league, and I think they are the main team in that league, whereas obviously in La Liga you have 3 teams obviously that are really competing at the same level. Two mostly, but obviously you have Atletico Madrid creeping up behind them. So we'd have to see what would go on in that situation, but I think I do believe that Ronaldo will be averaging in that 30 to 40 tally mark for goals. With Juventus it's also going to depend on who plays around him, what position they decide to put him in, the style of play that they can fit him in. Are they going to play around Ronaldo, or are they going to keep the same type of play and just try and fit Ronaldo into the system. So we'd have to see throughout the season really, just to see where his tally's going to be. But personally, I do think he'll probably hit around maybe a 36, around there. So just to conclude, obviously asking the real question of the title of the video: are they worth it? I think really it is a silly question to use with Ronaldo. I just really wanted to talk about the transfer in general more than actually using it as an "are you worth it" video. We know that 100 million for arguably one of the best ever players is a bargain at the end of the day. He'll return the 100 million probably in his first 2 seasons just off shirt sales alone, obviously not including all his other sponsors. I would like other players, but there's only one other player that you can really compare him to, and that's Messi. The only way you can really compare the two in a similar league is the best way to do it, but obviously with Messi staying at Barcelona, which I do believe he will for the foreseeable future, you can't really compare the two. So Ronaldo is really uncomparable to other players. The 100 million price, how you maybe compare to some different players, but with him being 33 years old, we'd have to see how long his career is going to last for. Hopefully it is a long time, like you said, another 7 years. Brilliant to see. And maybe he might not even stay at Juventus for the whole 4 years. He might move to another league, or he might even move to potentially United, that a lot of people would like to see. But to fully conclude, I do believe Ronaldo is definitely worth that 100 million price tag. So I'd also like to put in there, thanks for watching. Do check out my other video. I've currently got a Morata video on my YouTube channel. Do follow my Twitter account, that will be in the description as well. Do give me some suggestions if you'd like on any players you want me to do, any full scout reports, any analysis videos on anyone, any different transfers, and just give me my opinion on any other suggestion in football. Just thank you for watching.